Good morning, 7th and 8th graders. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today, but I'm at that meeting that I told you I had today, and I'll be back on Friday. So I just want to go over with you real quickly what you need to complete in class today while I'm gone. So I have a list for you here. There are 6 things, and you may not get all of those 6 things done, but I do expect you to focus and get as much done as you can during the hour. A couple of these things are really quick and go rather fast. So while you're listening to this video, you may want to listen to me explain the part, pause it, do it. Let me explain the next part, pause it, do it. That might be the easiest way to do it rather than listen to the whole thing and then try to remember what you're supposed to do and go back and forth. But whatever works for you, okay? So the first couple of things that you're going to do for me today is just kind of clean up some stuff we were doing yesterday. Yesterday, if you'll remember, we downloaded a file called Mystery App for App Inventor. And I got to thinking about that. We really should have that organized in a folder in our downloads section. So I'm going to have you do that first. You'll create a folder for our files, and then you'll move the file that we downloaded yesterday into that folder. So if you are on a MacBook, you are going to be working just in your Finder, okay? And you will create a file called PLTW App Creators, and then you're just going to drag in that file that we downloaded yesterday. If you are on a Chromebook, you're going to create a permanent folder in My Drive, and it's going to be called the same thing, PLTW App Creators. So Chromebook folks, I'm just going to click on this link for you. This is on Google Classroom, but you can, of course, just pause this and follow the directions because it's pulled up. But this tells you how you want to create a permanent folder in your downloads file if you're working on a Chromebook. The reason that we want to make, the reason we want to make a separate file rather than just leave it sitting in your downloads folder is because the way Chromebooks work, and you can kind of see that up here at this beginning part of the paragraph, it will, if your downloads folder gets filled up, it'll just start deleting things, and you don't really have control over what it's deleting. It'll just start deleting. So that's why you want to keep it in a folder other than one marked downloads. Okay, so you may want to pause right now, take care of that, create the folder, drag the file over. If you are working on a Mac, of course, you're going to be down here in Finder. And to create, you want to make sure you're on Downloads here. And to create a new folder, you're just going to do New Folder. I've already created mine. It's right here. Okay. Then to put the file into the folder, you're just going to pick it up, drag it, and drop it. I think I've already put mine in there. Yeah, I have. So I won't redo that, but you can see how to do that just by clicking and dragging and dropping it in. Okay, so that's number 1 and 2 on our list. We are fast getting things done. Number 3, I'm going to have you quickly do a Google form on Google Classroom, and it's labeled Exit Ticket 1. The reason I have it highlighted right here is I forgot to put it, write it on the whiteboard and write it in the subs plans. So I just wanted to point that out, that it's not going to be on your list on the board, but I do want you to do it. So from here, you're going to go to Google Classroom, and you're looking for this, Exit Ticket 1. What this is, it just kind of lets me take a pulse on your class and see if we are up to date and we're following what's going on. So I want you to kind of treat this as a little quiz. I don't want you to talk or look at anybody else's. It's very short, just fill in your name. Then I've got a few questions for you here where I just want to make sure you're catching some of the vocabulary and some of the stuff that we've been talking about in class. Then I'm looking for you to rate how you're feeling so far about what we're doing. These kinds of things, please take seriously, because this really helps me know as your teacher if I need to slow down or speed up when we're working in class. And then there's a part for you to tell me if you have any questions about what's going on. Hit submit, and you're done. You may want to, actually I would like for you to, after you submit the form, please go back into Google Classroom and mark this as done so that you know that you've completed it and don't have to worry about doing it again. So that is number 3 on our list. Number 4, I am going to have you practice some help features in App Inventor. Okay, so to do that, what you will want to do is you'll want to go to App Inventor, and you're going to want to open the file that we were working on yesterday, which is called A1_1_ mystery app. So when you go in, if it doesn't just open for you, you can go to Projects, My Projects, find it, and it'll pull up. And some of the help things that I'm wanting you to just get used to using and looking at. Notice right now I'm in the blocks view, so if yours doesn't quite look like mine, if you're on the designer view, you'll want to click over to blocks. What I want you to get used to doing is kind of exploring how you can use help. So this is just an opportunity for you to look around a little bit. So I would like for you to start off by coming down to one of the checkbox scripts on the if section. So we're going to do a lot of if, then, else type statements. All you have to do here to get some help is do a right click, which for us, as you know, is your first and second finger going down at one time. And you'll choose help. What that does is it's going to pull up a whole section on the if and if else and also then, because you can really make these kind of complicated. But this will show you how you can use the block. Okay, so some of this stuff is rather dry to read and it's not all that exciting, but once you do start programming, it will really help you when you have a question, you're trying to figure something out. So notice too that they also put these small little GIFs together so you can see it happen. This is called a mutator, this little block right up here when it has the blue block, which means you can change the way the block looks. So make sure that you're paying attention to that as you're looking. Then the next one I would like for you to look at would be, let's go down here to this one that says set label 1 to background color red. And we're just going to do, again, a right click on the block, choose help. And what it does is it pulls up the user interface components help section. So each one of these is a link to talk about a particular component. For example, if we want to know more about text boxes, we click that and it's going to go through and kind of explain different things that you can choose and do with a text box. So first statement you'll notice is users enter text in a text box component. So text boxes are not where the programmer's putting in text, it's where you're having your user type in text. So even just that little piece of information is helpful when you're getting started. Just kind of look through and get used to those items. Okay, the other thing I want you to practice a little bit on help is to be able to go down here and you will see there's a library section. And this documentation, App Inventor, the folks at App Inventor I think have done a great job coming up with documentation and information about how their program works. So these are links that will take you to particular topics for help that you can look at. Okay, also in help, another way to use it is to come to this section called tutorials, and some of these are actually kind of fun, but these little beginner tutorials will help you understand how App Inventor works, where you actually just get to go in and follow it step by step. So you might take a look at these a little bit, and this is I had my kids do these maybe a year or two ago when we were first starting with App Inventor, and it is helpful, kind of gets you going. Notice there's lots of different pages to it too. Okay. Oh, and level, basic, and it goes to intermediate. There's probably some advanced ones too, but basic is good for now. That's also available in help. Then notice there's a troubleshooting section. There's a forums section. Okay, forums are where you can ask questions. So again, just take some time to look around on help and get acquainted with it so that if you come up against something, you know how to work with it. So that's help. That would be number 4 on your list. So number 5 on your list is to work on activity 1.1 which is a reflection on Google Classroom. So again, you'll switch over to Google Classroom. This shows up on your stream. It's a reflection. You each get a copy, so all you have to do is open it. And what this is it's trying to get you to start thinking about apps that you use in your everyday life. And I would like for you to try to think of one that's not solely a game, okay? But think about apps you use and why you use them. I want you to kind of start dissecting them and thinking about what the purpose of the app is, why you like it, what you think might need to be better about the app. Okay, so you're simply going to fill these things out. Number one, think of an app you like to use today. What's the name of it? Try to choose one that's not solely a game. So you're going to put in there, for me, the name of an app you use pretty regularly, and then explain to me how you use it and why you use it. Talk about its functionality and features. So that's meaning what does it do? Okay, what do you use it for? How do you use it? What do you like about it, and what could be better about it? Okay, so try to look at this from a perspective of, number one, a user, somebody who uses it regularly, and then number two, as a programmer, how you might make it better. Okay, so you'll just answer those 5 questions. That takes us to number 6. Okay, if you get to it today, which you may not, it's okay if you don't. Number 6 is going to have you read the introduction part of our next activity, and it's all on algorithms. So that's going to require you to sign in to the Project Lead the Way site. Okay, so remember that you may need to get your username and password from the email. So you'll go here, App Creators. And then over here on the left-hand side, we're still under Lesson 1. But now we're looking at Activity 1.2, okay? So we'll click here, and there is an introduction section, I can't talk today, that I'd like you to read. Okay, so it starts here, Introduction to Algorithms. So you'll read through here. There's this short video for you to watch, and you'll read through here. And then I would like you to stop before you get to this hide and seek part. Do not do the hide and seek part. Okay, you're just looking at the introduction. So that's the plan for today. Please get as much done as you can. When I get back tomorrow, we will actually get out the tablets and test that mystery app. I just got to thinking you could have done it today without me there, but I was afraid it might get kind of complicated and chaotic. So we'll just do it on Friday. That'll be fun. We'll get the tablets out and make that all happen. So if you have questions for me today, feel free to email me because I'm at a meeting where I can get to my email. Have a great day, and I will see you on Friday.